Oh, wow. Immediately, as soon as I go live, of course, the picture is all messed up for no reason. Love that. I don't know what's going on. Well, it has been a hot second since this particular band of adventurers has met. So, a lengthy recap is, in fact, order. So, now that you guys are in your correct places, it has been a shitstorm like no other for about the past 72 hours. Immediately after losing one of your party members, you attend a returning day ball where all hell breaks loose. Literally, Vyenna reveals herself to be pregnant by none other than Sarevok, a known Bhaalspawn. Vyenna calls out to your party and you barely escape the mansion with your lives. You are forced to leave behind Geordie, and you tip your driver Olgin handsomely. Zatari calls a meeting for the higher-ups in the guild, which is interrupted by the loud chiming of every bell in the city. The party springs into action, knowing better than anyone what kind of danger would trigger such an alarm. Ninefinger says that she will lead the fight against the threat, while Zatari leads the Guildhall residents to safety. You exit through the catacombs and enter Tumbledown in the early morning. The three of you have been up all night, but there's still work to be done. You pay a visit to Marion Fatmouse, a halfling baker in town who works as an informant for the guild. You ask her where you can find someone who can cast sending, and where to ask around for supplies and shelter. Marion is gracious and tells you to take whatever you want from the bakery. As you head to the Mistra temple where you find the overseeing priest Genthil, a rather young half-elf. He is nervous and overwhelmed, but agrees to help you as much as he can. He tells you that there are two wizards in Tumbledown who can cast sending. Garrick, a grumpy old dwarf, and Amand, a halfling. You visit Garrick first, who is known to be super grumpy in the morning, and you put on your best charm and successfully win him over, as well as his large wolfhound Susie. You stop into Amand's house where his spouse is cooking up a storm, and you're able to get messages to Ninefingers, Adias, leader of the Stony Eyes Guild, and Ahima. You spend the rest of the day going around town to enlist help for the refugees requesting food, shelter, bedding, and possible transport to elsewhere. Sienna asks the biggest tavern in the area for room and board, while Zatari tricks a sea captain, making a few passengers on your next trip to Rivington. It is a harrowing day, which leaves you all three of you exhausted by the end of it. You end up taking shelter in at Amon's halfling house in his field, overlooking the city of Baldur's Gate, as you glamp inside Gemma's lavish tent. I think you guys are pretty exhausted. Zatari stays up. Oh, the girls are mad. Zatari stays up until she basically cannot work anymore. Sienna falls asleep the second Gemma casts a protective spell on her. And you guys take a long rest.
Do I lose exhaustion, or would I still keep it?
No, you lose your exhaustion.
Okay. By just a hair.
Please.
So it's like if you had 2 levels of exhaustion, 1 long rest would only take off 1 level. So you're good.
I feel like she still doesn't have enough to be fully awake, but she has enough to function properly.
You guys are in I would say you're in that high adrenaline crisis mode where you're gonna sleep because you're literally just that tired, but feeling rested or like calm and good is maybe not in the cards until you feel safer. And then also not like, just to mention, like even processing some of what has happened to you in the last 72 hours. Like, it has just been back to back to back of egregious, life-shattering thing after another. Go ahead and I'll just have all of you roll initiative just real quick, just to see who wakes up first. Not because anyone's attacking you this far afield.
Nat 1.
8.
Okay. You are muted, my darling. 7. Okay. Alright. Zatari, I think you wake up first, and you wake up with a little bit of a jolt. Remembering that you were safe in a field, and you look over and you see your two companions who are just like knocked out. And I think it's definitely not like dawn or anything. It's not noon, but it's you probably wake up at like a 7 o'clock every day to get your day started, and this is probably maybe a little closer to 9 o'clock at this point. I would say you probably do your stretches in your bed, and what do you think Zatari does in this little bit of time before her companions wake up, and like what do you think, like where do you think her head's at?
It's a great question. She'd probably just be trying to think about what to do next, like all at once. Like, okay, what still needs to be done? Got that taken care of, and this, and send more messages. Wonder if Pickles is here. Just like trying to like go
Already
through
making
and
a
just
list.
yeah.
And Zatari,
Yeah.
as your mind immediately starts cranking away on things to do that day and new things to worry about, if you were to like look outside yourself, you would definitely just notice that Zatari does this because she does. You don't know if she has the capacity to like sit down and process the past 72 hours in as efficient as a way as Zatari prefers, and so she won't.
She's like still holding back a lot of her emotions and still hasn't quite
just putting
really
them in a box,
anything.
labeling it very nicely, and putting it on the shelf for later. I think the sting of losing Sydney is very raw for you. You remember your old adventuring party, and things ended. It was a kind of short-lived, like that one job that you did. It wasn't your normal con that you relied on, and you were kind of out of your element. Things got a little wacky at the end. You made it out. Others you're not sure about. You were never able to find them again. And Vakis, who you were arguably closest to, presumably went back to God, was it Ravnica?
That sounds right.
Sounds right. You're like, wherever the fuck he was from.
Sure.
It is now.
Yeah.
Canon.
Maybe it was Eberron. Either way. So he kind of went back to sort of deal with the fallout of what you guys found at in the prison, but you never, sat down and had therapy about what happened or what didn't happen. And I think the concept of grieving for someone who you made like a connection with and then like wanted to protect and then ultimately did not is like weighing on you really heavily. And I think that's like a something that you're really grabbing onto, which is compounded by the fact of like there are definitely people dead in Baldur's Gate who you couldn't save as well. You step out of the tent into the beautiful field of Amon and Fabian's. It's rolling beautiful hills going up into Dust Hawk, and you see that Fabian and Amon have planted a lot of like wildflowers, hoping to like create like a rich ecosystem. You see some like deer on the side and birds flying overhead, and if it weren't from the smoke plumes from Baldur's Gate, it would be a beautiful morning. If you turn your back on the city and just look into Tumbledown, a more picturesque seaside town never existed, but your heart is heavy thinking about Baldur's Gate, which has been your home for several years. You start writing a to-do list. Sienna.
Probably also puts like a kettle on to make coffee or something
Yes.
too.
Of course. Sienna, what do you think is... Do you think Sienna's sleep is troubled? And like if she has dreams, what do you think she dreams about? Or do you think that she's just like too exhausted?
I think she does dream. I think she dreams about her sister. Maybe of her sister having a baby. Or parts like mixed, like a mismatched, both of her big sister having this weird baby and probably completely not, faithful to what would actually happen or whatever that baby looks like. But then also mixed in with the Bhaalspawn.
Yeah.
It's like a weird, like, this didn't happen, and this didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with tunnels. I don't know.
The dream starts out with pleasant memories of you guys as kids, deceiving local vendors, sweet baby rogue little pranks, if you will, stealing candy,
yeah, fun babies.
Weighted jacks, the list goes on. There's a bit of a distance in between you as you guys moved around a bit, and your sister became very interested in religious theology, which is part of the reason as to why you were never very faithful in the past, just because it lent itself into a path that Vyenna now finds herself on. And you sort of remember the beginnings of that, until one day she told you that she was off to study under a wizard. Later, you find out that it is a necromancer of some renown. And then the next time you see her was the day that you lost your soul. You kind of like waffle between the like a little bit of a nightmare of like the Bhaalspawn, and in the dream you think to yourself like you're like, where's Geordie? And you're like looking around for him and you can't find him, and you see Vyenna as like the Slayer, and you sort of like twist in your sleep, and then the nightmare fades a little bit, and you dream of an even crueler dream, one where you and Vyenna are never separated, and you're as close as ever, and she is like happily welcoming in a baby satyr. You wake up with that sort of like lovely dream, knowing that is not the reality.
I think she wakes up and like lays there and then starts to panic, and then like chokes everything down and like tries to breathe through it before she even like gets up. But she does get up like in a few minutes. She pretends, panics, and then like pretends to wake up and gets up. But see Gemma still asleep.
You really have to center yourself and like remind yourself like why you're doing this, what's at stake, and part of Sienna's journey, we'll say, with losing her soul is how easily she finds herself able to like disconnect from her empathy and from like her care for others. Like it would be the easiest thing in the world for Sienna to like leave right now, never come back, go somewhere else, go to Calimcham, go to somewhere else in Faerûn where they don't know her and she could start over. And even though she knows that would be like a very easy path for her, that the right thing to do is to stay and help your friends. Like you really try and hang on to your heart in situations, but it is a cognizant reminder of listening to that side of yourself ever since you've like lost your soul. You wake up. You're like, great. I wake up. Yeah, you're like, lovely D. I love D&D. Only here for emotional damage, I suppose. So you wake up, you trot outside, and you're like, this is like perfect satyr wild goodness. Just wildflowers, rams in the distance, a bunny rabbit skips by. You hear Fabian singing as he gardens in the early morning, and you see Zatari sitting just a little bit way down the hill, seemingly journaling or something. Super hunched, just so tense. Like...
I probably go inside to find something, if it's like tea or some morning elixir to bring to Zatari. And yeah, and I trot over to her and I bring her some morning hot drink.
You notice that Zatari has like magically set up a little kettle, and you begin to like fix her tea for her. Zatari like jumps a little bit as you come over.
Thank you. Vyenna,
You're welcome.
good morning. How are you
Morning.
feeling?
Feeling tired, but you know, I'm ready to just ready. Whatever we're gonna do today.
Yes, me too.
You've been up for long?
Not too long, I don't think. This is actually later than I usually wake up, but went to bed pretty late last night as well, so...
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Is Gemma up yet?
No, she's sleeping like a rock. Like a
Yeah.
gem.
We should wait for her then. I don't want to wake her up.
Yeah. Yeah, we should let her sleep in. Who knows when's the next time she'll be able to sleep like this.
Yes.
You guys sip your tea and like just admire Davy and Namon's garden. You guys kind of like point out some plants and stuff that you know.
I feel like when Sienna came over, there's already like 2 or 3 coffee cups like empty next to So sorry.
Zatari has like one of those like camping French press things.
Yeah. Percolators.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Percolation. Invented by Mary J. Blige.
As you guys, you know, sip your tea, eventually Gemma awakens.
Huh?
Gemma, you...
I love how we were the most tired.
Yeah. That's true.
Gemma's probably the most emotionally stable right now out of all of us, though. She probably just...
Yeah. I mean, she is a cleric, so she does have probably, like, just knowing, like, how fucked up and injured everyone is. Like, I think Gemma has seen, like, real injuries and, like, war and whatnot, so she probably has her own bullshit about this. But yeah, Gemma, you like stretch, your back tweaks just a little bit because you're used to your super plush bed at home.
Well, I look around, see that I'm the last one to wake up. And I take a second to just like kind of like I just sit there and I process.
What do you think Gemma tries to process before she leaves the tent?
I think there have been just like what you were saying, there's been so many things that has happened within the last 72 hours that Gemma finally gets a second to like process that party member has died. We went to the ball. We learned about Vyenna sausage. We saw a Bhaalspawn. We've run away. And now we're here. And she takes a second to like... She thinks about it. She realizes that like this is the reality of everything. And just nods her head and like kind of gives herself a little pep talk. Okay, well, just gotta be supportive to my friends, and hopefully, everything is okay. Hey Loki, I'm sorry for getting mad at you yesterday. I know that you don't think that any of this is funny, but if you want to help a sister out, I would be very grateful. Please.
Make a relation check. Relation.
Dirty 20.
As you vent and like apologize to Loki, you feel a little better. You feel like you quite literally feel a little bit of weight leave your chest, as if Loki had like come by and just been like, hey, looks like you're carrying a lot, and just like takes your backpack from you kind of deal. And you know, you find resolve in your faith and knowing that you have triumphed under hard times and pressure before, and you will do so again.
Once I feel that sense of release, I'll wake up, I'll like make my little cot, and then leave the tent and find where the rest of the ladies are.
You come out, it's super bright, you're like, ugh. And then the smell of coffee and tea like wakes you up a little bit, and you see two familiar sets of horns high over the wildflowers.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you sleep okay?
You know, surprisingly, I didn't sleep too terribly. My back is a little stiff, but you know, that's to be expected when you're camping.
Yes, the air mattresses are not as supportive.
I think I poked mine by accident.
Oh.
With the hooves. And the horns. Gemma's like, it's okay, one of us has mending, I think.
How are the two of yous feeling this morning?
Tired but functioning.
About the same. A little hungry.
I wonder if our friends, our good hosts, have any breakfast available. Or we could maybe go back to the bakery and see if there's any new, freshly baked goods.
I don't really want to overstep my hospitality, but if you all go here, and I hand her 20 gold pieces.
You guys have so much money.
Here's the contribution for the breakfast. If it's not just for us, for everyone else too.
Oh, well, that's alright. I mean, we have the guild funds for that, so...
Oh, we do?
Yes, we have funds exactly for this reason. That's what I was calculating last night, and...
Gemma, awkwardly takes her, her cash back and is like, noted.
Yes, that's what the membership is part of the funding goes towards is
Gemma, you
this
remember
type of thing.
15 notices from Ruby about this thing called an expense report that you never did.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Is that what
Yeah.
that was?
Yes,
Yes.
for
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, ma'am. Uh-huh.
yes, we have an emergency fund for these types of situations, so that's what I've been using.
Zatari, you have never approved an expense report for Gemma, so you know that she does not know what you are talking about. But you're gonna pretend like she does.
Internally, she's like, I'm just going to ignore that for now.
Yes.
Something to deal with later.
Or
Too many
more
other
pressing
things.
at the moment. Yeah.
Bigger fish to fry.
Absolutely. So, I was thinking about our current situation this morning before coming out here, and it had occurred to me that, this sounds real silly, I know, but we are a thieves guild, correct?
Yes.
So, well, before I say my idea, I want to know, do you or any of the leaders that are here have an idea of what our next steps should be as far as, do we beat him up? Do we go back to the city? Do we travel to another country? To the sister guild?
That is a very good question. I have some ideas, but I think we need to coordinate with the other leaders. As well as, hopefully, Nine Fingers. I'm not sure when Pickles will get here, but hopefully we can use him as a little messenger. So we don't need to keep having to use sendings.
Sure.
I am thinking, based on what we have learned from yesterday, we have quite a lot of our people in the city currently. And the Stony Eye people are going to be helping. So and I feel like the people here are fairly safe for now. Still a little bit close to the city, but I feel like most of the fighting, if not all of it, will probably stay in the city unless we fail horribly. But the others can slowly make their way out if they wish to the other cities or to my mother's or anywhere else they want to go.
Well,
Hopefully, our other guilds from far away will come help. Maybe transport people or give us more manpower for fighting. But almost 400 people, it sounds like, will be fighting in the city, which is a good amount of people. And I don't think the Slayer is invincible, so hopefully we should be able to fight it.
hear me out.
Yes.
We're a thieves guild. We've never really, been known to be the good guys or whatevers, but obviously what we're doing is something that is good. It's good for us, it's good for the town. For our home. A strategy idea I was having was obviously, since we're thieves, we like shiny things. If we go in, they don't know the difference between us. They know us three for sures, but they don't know the rest of the guild. What if they disguise themselves as oh, we're followers of Bhaal, and we're trying to loot the city, and haha, and somehow we all band together in a central meeting area, and then bada bing, bada boom, we beat them all up.
You know, I would not be surprised if Nine Fingers has already started putting a plan like that into motion. Because a lot of our agents are very good at disguising and pretending they are people who they are not really. I think the main thing we need to do right now is to try to get into contact with Nine Fingers to see what she needs and how we can help. Personally, I would like to go and help fight in the city. Feel a bit responsible for what is happening, and would really like to try to end it as quickly as possible. And we three probably know the most information about this whole situation. Anyways, main goal is to kill the Slayer and maybe kill and or capture Vyenna. So
I agree, Zatari. I think I'd like to go back and fight as well. I feel like somehow we're responsible and are part of the solution.
None of this is your fault.
no, it's not our fault. I feel more responsible in the fact that, I mean, really there was nothing we could do. We did our best. Things happened the way they happened. But I definitely think we can help more now that we are rested and it is a new day. Our friends are okay here, at least. Hopefully we have many more in the city.
I think as long as the people who want to stay here feel comfortable and safe, and those who want to go in and fight, plus the other people who are set to help us out, including the ones that are already currently in the city, I think our numbers are good. It's all about talking to the other leaders, figuring all that out, talking to our commander, and then putting a plan in motion. But I'm also ready to kick some ass.
Okay. Let's go and talk to the other leaders.
But first, some bacon.
Yes, we will grab breakfast first.
So do you guys go...
Pour myself
Knock on.
another cup of coffee.
Do you guys go knock on Amon's door? Because
No,
he
butter
does...
bacon sounds so good. I hear that they make a really good butter bacon here.
Wow,
I mean-
a specialty?
Fabian was
Yeah.
making it because it's Zatari's favorite.
Should definitely try it. D, you're muted.
Okay, I was gonna say, Fabian makes an excellent butter bacon, and it is Zatari's
Yes.
favorite, as we stated last time. So,
My favorite.
You guys can definitely enlist Amon and Fabian for help. Amon does possess 2 of the sending spells in the city, so...
Oh yeah, we should ask him first, I guess, about seeing how Nine Fingers is doing.
Well, do we want to talk with our people first and then talk to Nine Fingers, or vice versa?
I think we should talk to Nine Fingers, see where she's at, talk to the other leaders, figure out a plan with them, and then call Nine Fingers again and tell her what the plan is.
Got it.
So we can have information from her before we talk to the others to figure out what we want to do.
Sounds good.
You guys go knock on Amon's door, and you see Fabian comes up behind you guys, and he's like, "Oh, let me get that for you," and he like lets you guys in. You see that Amon is like doing the cooking duties this morning, and he seems to have the same cooking prowess as Fabian does. Butter bacon, just hot out the frying pan. Of course, a fresh cup of coffee, fresh milk, eggs, and they have muffins for like their baked goods.
Does Sienna take a muffin?
Blueberry muffins.
Yeah, Sienna quietly grabs a muffin and like takes a bite and like cries a little and then bites more and then stops crying.
There's
And,
like
nobody notices, but she's
Yeah.
crying into a muffin.
the lemon curd is divine. They have like lemon curd, clotted cream, butter. Everything is delicious. These are 2 very like portly hobbits. These are living their best life.
You
Bit chubbies, but so
That's what I
cute.
want to be when I grow up.
That's what I want to be too, man.
I love how Sienna just keeps crying into pastries.
That's her thing. That's her signature thing.
My move.
It's her coping mechanism.
Yeah, hold on.
Pastries are good for the non-existent soul.
They're actually a legitimate replacement for one. So
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
I don't know if you could see
Oh,
it.
cute,
Is that
cute,
strawberry
cute.
cake?
and they're blown out.
There we go. Oh, so
Oh,
cute.
Cute.
I got you earrings.
Oh, they're super cute. I'm gonna cry into those earrings.
Yeah. you blot your tears with some strawberry shortcake. Amon sort of like wipes his hands off as like he's, helping you guys fix your plates, and he's like, "Well, Miss Oracle, what can I do for you?
Yes, well, you have been such a big help, but thank you so much
Oh,
for your hospitality and...
I mean, really, we just let you camp outside, which is totally not intrusive at all.
Well, I was hoping we could impose just a little bit more and ask for your sending ability again.
Oh, well, I'm sure Mother Mister wouldn't mind. For a good cause and all.
Yes.
Alright, so who are we
okay.
sending to?
To Nine Fingers.
Okay.
I'll tell him
Yeah.
about her, because I don't think he was the one who
he
talked to
didn't.
her
Yeah,
first.
so you take a bit to like describe her, and he, you guys sort of like at the breakfast table, like, are sort of enriched by Zatari's like stories of Nine Fingers and just like how they know each other, and like she used to be a bit of a scoundrel back in the day.
He tried to kill me once.
It's crazy. But that's a story for another day. So what do you say in your sending?
It's Zatari.
Okay. 2.
She would say Oracle, or the Oracle, but that'd be 2 words instead of 1, so.
Just say,
Zatari.
it's Oracle.
Yeah, I guess that works. It's Oracle. You okay?
Yeah, that's 4.
How many with you?
Okay.
Any plans?
Okay, that's 10.
$47 mercenaries coming from Stony Eyes. Is that 1 word or 2?
It's 2 words.
How many do I have left?
You have 3. You have 8.
Okay. Are you in contact with others?
3 more.
How 3 more?
Mm-hmm.
How we help?
Okay. I'm gonna have all of you.
How we help?
How we help?
How we help. I'm gonna have all of you roll a D100 for me.
I got this bad boy from the convention I went to.
Chonk it.
It's like blue and sparkly.
Whoa!
So now I don't have to worry about.
Okay, work.
So it's your percentile dice, so it's your 2d10s, and they look like the kind of pyramid-y ones. One of them is just single numbers, and then your other one, it has like 0, 0. If not, I can roll for you. Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That guy.
That's a D8.
The other
So get
the
the
other
other one that
that's
looks
shaped
like the other one.
first one.
No.
It's shaped like the first one you showed us. There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like a toddler.
No, you're good. So
You're good.
You're not a
Um,
toddler.
the 0 is 10.
So 60, 70, 80, 50, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make
The
sense?
0 is 0.
I thought it was the other way.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I have to look this up every time.
I'll just throw
See,
one of each.
That's
Yes.
why I got the big one,
Yeah.
so I don't have
Okay.
to try to figure that out anymore.
I got a 70 and an 8.
So you got 78.
78?
Yep.
Thank you for that.
I got a 73.
I got a 90.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. This is do. This is definitely what I've used before to determine how to read a D10.
Oh, thank you.
I think the way we just read them.
Yeah.
was
Unfortunately,
great.
on mine, I rolled 0. So I have to figure out what the 0 means, and I think it means literally
100.
0.
Can you get a 0? I wouldn't think a 0 would be possible.
So on the percentile dice, you can get a 0, which means it would be 0 and then 5 on your D10, because otherwise you're rolling over 100. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Okay. So it's not technically a 0. It's just
Yeah.
a single digit number.
It's a single digit. Yeah. It's anyway. So, that being said, could you guys type in the side chat what you got, just so I remember? All right. I'm getting a sending back. Howdy, Oracle. Still kicking. Only have my squad. There are others spread out in city. Okay, I have 10 more. Good to hear about Stony. Need healers. Need muscle. Safe. That's it. Wow, you guys rolled really good. Okay. So, Zatari, you know that when Nine Fingers references her squad, she's talking about her. So technically, Nine Fingers on the books does not have an adventuring party, but she absolutely does.
The
She's
elite squad.
she's not supposed to like be adventuring anymore. She's supposed to be retired. She's kind of getting a little long in the tooth. Like, it's not like when you're a leader, like you're supposed
Never
to.
heard that saying before.
You've never heard that before?
Is this another weird D saying?
No.
No,
Long in the
that's totally a
tooth.
thing.
Okay.
Long in the tooth?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you're old.
It means you're old.
You've lived a lot of years.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it either.
Shut
Huh?
up.
You know what's funny? I literally used long in the tooth this weekend talking to Mike. I'm surprised that neither of you.
Like a hamster? Like how their teeth keep growing?
No, it's just like in
I
reference to just having lived a very long time.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
Long in the tooth.
It's like think about like the phrase like I've been around the block. You know, it's measuring time, but in a weird bodily way.
Okay, let me
But
settle the
people's
debate.
teeth don't grow
let me-
though.
let me-
According to
settle a debate.
dictionary.com, getting on in years, as in Aunt Aggie's a little long in the tooth, to be helping us move. This expression alludes a horse's gums receding with age and making the teeth appear longer.
Oh,
That's according to dictionary.com.
interesting. Okay, now
Horse teeth.
horse teeth. Now, Emma and Nick
I think
got
a hamster makes more sense to me.
way up in my grill about a wild hair up your ass. You guys have heard that, right?
Yes.
What was it again?
Oh, when
A
you get a
wild hair
hair
up
up
your
your
ass.
ass,
I've heard that. Yeah.
dude, bro.
Yeah.
like
Or a
Lizzie.
wild hair for short.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not crazy. This is a real thing.
So weird.
Wait, there was one that you guys said like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
I don't remember what it was.
It was I think we said rocking the cul-de-sac, and you were like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a
No,
hairstyle."
it was something different.
Oh damn. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to watch back.
I wonder if I wrote it down.
You might have. Anyway, long in the tooth. So Nine Finger, like, basically it's like once you accept a leadership role, you're essentially supposed to be too busy and to actually be adventuring. It's sort of like, again, you're past your prime. You should be just like diplomatic stuff. But
I feel like Zatari shouldn't be like adventuring either, but she's still like pretty young. So they
Yes.
probably made like an exception for her.
I mean, yeah, like here's the thing, like it's a standard that some people like take advantage of, right? And then other people are like, I can never have the same kind of thrill that I did when I was adventuring. Like, Nine Fingers lives for the high. Like, the only reason that she is the leader of the guild is because she truly has been around and has just weathered every storm. And so it's kind of like, yeah, that's our most seasoned vet. Give her the title. But she never, like... She's like, damn, I kind of thought I would be dead before this. Didn't really think I'd get this far. And yeah, she, on the books, does not have an adventuring party because then they would be targets. But she absolutely has a crew. And this crew is not like Nine Fingers has had different iterations of a party. Obviously, like her main one that she like got a bunch of notoriety about are like to the winds. Some of them are definitely not around anymore. But this is a crew that she has been bringing up for a while, and this is a team of like essentially mentees that she has.
Baby Nine Fingers.
Yes. This is her. These are her. Yeah, like they are all a good 10 to 20 years younger than her, and they are. She is strict with them. Baby fingers is too much. That's definitely what people call the squad, and they hate it.
Like baby carrots.
They have some dope
fingers.
name that no one ever remembers. They just are like, oh, baby fingers, yeah. They are like the strictest, most intense, militant crew. Like Nine Fingers is like they wake up at 5 a.m. every day. We do an hour of training before breakfast. Breakfast is 8 eggs, tea, green tea, not any of that other shit. Like she's so militant with them, and she is like insanely protective over them. But they have been training for essentially this mission of Nine Fingers has thwarted a lot of coups and a lot of like big evil uprisings for several years, and so she it's not I think she maybe always thought that returning day would come again, and she definitely buys into like nothing's ever really fixed. You just have to keep training the younger generation. That's kind of like why she did become leadership, is because she's like, okay, I understand the cyclical nature of evil and corruption, and like you can do your best to thwart against it, but at the end of the day, like a well-prepared team is going to come out on top. So you know that her team is 5 people. Which is what I rolled. So, her squad is 5 people. That being said, oh my goodness, girls.
That includes her?
No. 6 included.
There's 6 of them too.
6 of them for baby fingers, yes.
5 baby fingers.
5 baby fingers.
And one nine finger.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah. Baby fingers? Yeah. Damn it. Okay. You guys know, that, 90, 78, and 73, that's around about the amount of people who each of you can, like, name and be like, oh yeah, wasn't such and such in this group? And, like, you can basically, if you put your heads together, name about this many people who you are unaccounted for within your current ranks, and you can guess that they are fighting the good fight or dead.
And that was 90 plus 78 plus 73. So 241.
Yeah.
So almost the same amount of people that we currently have with us.
Yeah.
So like,
but what you currently have
like
with you is like
250
is staff. Now, not to say that some of the staff could not be armed, right? Like, / there are a couple people like Zuma and her adventuring party that were just in the area sleeping. So, you know, you could probably say that 50 out of the 250 were just also adventuring party or like very capable, and then like 200 like capable maybe staff.
How many people make up the guild? Because I feel like, I don't know, that sounds like basically half of the guild is still in Baldur's Gate, and then half of them are with us. But
Essentially,
Yeah, so you have 200 to 250 are with you right now. And then about 250 are like accounted for, like you guys can name them, like you guys obviously don't know like all X amount of people in the guild. And then there's probably another 100 to 150 of like people who you don't know the names of, but like who are not in the actual guild at all times. Like they're more like they pay their dues, they're associated, but they don't necessarily like use the facilities. Like there's different like Patreon levels that you can subscribe to for the guild. Depending on like, you know, some thieves just choose to be very, very anonymous, / some thieves like really rely on disguise and like deception and are in it for the long game. So, you know, yeah, you could definitely say about half of the guilds is in Baldur's Gate still. And I would say, yeah, 50 is like very capable people that you could bring with you. Maybe like another 50 is like truly incapable, young children, elderly, disabled, and then you probably have a solid like 100-ish to 150-ish that are like middling, where maybe some of them could fight, and then maybe some of them could fight but also probably just die. Like it's like cannon fodder, you know. So that's kind of up to you guys of like how you want to navigate that, right?
Didn't you say there were like about 300 other members that are kind of just like were already out and about when everything happened?
Yeah, there's about I think I said there's about 500 give or take in the guild total, all told. So that the 250 to 300 is like the randos who are out, still there. You guys personally can name about 200 of them.
Okay.
And again, some of the lines of this is like a little fuzzy because you're like, well, I'm sure several of them are like 2-timing us. That's just to be expected. You can't do a background check on every thief. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So we'd probably have like if there's 250 in the city already, and then we take 50 of capable people with us here, and then there's 47 from Stony Eye. So like almost 400 people to fight.
it's quite a bit, especially if you're like, it's hard to say how much the cult has, right?
Yeah.
There was certainly 100 people at that party. But while the Zatara, it's really difficult to even say how many people are in the Zatara. You don't know, to be perfectly frank. You don't know how many they are. That being said, you also don't know to what level of loyalty everyone is at for the Zentarum and the cult. Like, everything is usually all well and good until they like murder a woman in front of everyone in cold blood and then like sacrifice them to make a slayer form. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Probably would have shaken some people.
There's maybe a few people who have second-guessed some of their decisions that they've made recently. But it's very difficult to just make it sweeping generalization of like, the Zentarum has this many, and the cultists have this many, and this is how many people would die fighting for this cause. I think you guys could maybe deduce that, like, to die for the cause and like witness the destruction and like like, it's either you're all in or you're out. And if you're out, you're not gonna stay and fight. You're gonna just leave. So whoever they do have, they're probably fanatical, right? So you're like, eh. But they almost assuredly have less in number than you guys, just based off the fact of like, you guys have been around longer, you guys have a lot more loyalty, there's a lot more like camaraderie in your thieves guild, but you also have no fucking idea like what mind control or like influence the cult has on everyone else.
I think our guys were probably like already spread out in the city too, which could be an advantage. I don't know if the Zentarum were.
Yeah, the Zentarum are also spread out, but Nine Fingers did say in her last message that they were able to hold them to the
oh yeah, the upper
district.
Okay.
Which is fantastic news.
Yeah.
It really, like, you're able to essentially like siege off that part of the city, and also just like Nine Fingers has probably enlisted as much help as possible to just like get everyone the fuck out. And yeah, as Zatari also said, the Slayer is not invincible. One, it's new. Whatever way that they got it to be here, it is recently birthed, right? Two, you have no idea, like, does it sleep? What does it eat? Like, what's its, like, pattern exactly? But you don't suppose that it can just be on a killing spree for hours and hours and hours. It has to rest at some point. So the more you guys have it like pinned down in the upper city is great.
So it sounds like the main thing we need to figure out is to connect everyone, so that we can coordinate. With our guild, would we have like a special thieves camp that's only like for our guild? Like, would the Zentarum be able to read our thieves camp?
I think we have established that there are thieves cant specific on which guild you're in, and that you guys create your own signals and stuff. You guys have your own like secret like hand signals and handshakes to let each other know that you're in the guild, like you had for Marion. But yeah, absolutely. There's like there's dialects like that for every thieves cant. I would say it's possible that you guys even know like a couple things for the Zentarum, but they've probably like phased them out. Like you guys phase out your things every like 6 months as well. But yeah.
Would there be like a universal, like something that we all can know that like even if they're part of like a sister guild, we know that like, oh, you're one of us kind of a thing?
Yes, absolutely. There's a signal for that.
Maybe we could have our members start marking buildings and things to show where they are and where they are going and what they are doing, so that they can all sort of know like how to coordinate with each other, could leave messages for themselves. I'm not sure if they're already doing that, but we could at least put that idea in their heads if they aren't. Okay, let's go talk to the other leaders.
Fabian packs up a bindle of muffins for you guys, puts it in one of his handmade baskets, and sends you guys on your way. All right, well, we'll see you later.
We will be back to hopefully give a reply.
Okay, we'll make sure the goats don't get into your
you.
tent.
Oh, thank you. Good.
You see one, like, very small, all-black goat just, like, on a hay bale, like, eyeing the tent.
I'll do like a little thaumaturgy around the tent to like scare it away.
He, like, hops
Make it
down.
seem all spooky.
He hops down, but he, like, doesn't go that far from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go into Tumbledown a little bit more. Again, as you guys like leave the hill and no longer have Baldur's Gate like in your view, it just like the life goes on and like life continues even in the midst of like an absolute crisis is just really jarring in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, no one's having, like, a chill Sunday or anything, but people are still saying hello to each other on the street. People are still walking their dogs. Cats are, like, lolling in gardens, you know?
Yeah.
Mayhem, just so you know, if we need it, I can also cast Sending.
Oh, amazing.
Just in case.
Yes, we will keep that as an emergency backup.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go find the leaders. Before we talk to them, could we take a quick 5?
Yes, let us take a 5. That's a great idea. Alright, I'm gonna put our BRB screen up. Can still hear our mics, unless you are muted. Just a heads up.
Okay.
music is so light and airy. That's like doom and gloom. Emma, I can't see
You have a
your...
brother, right, Dee?
I do have a brother. I can't see your camera. I don't know if it's me or you.
I can. You mean in Discord?
Yeah, it's like loaded.
Oh, weird. I'll turn it off and then on again. You see me now?
Yeah. I can see you fine.
Let me tell you, having 4 sisters is pretty annoying sometimes.
Wow.
One can imagine.
Yeah.
Are you middle child, oldest? I think you've told us before, but I forgot.
That's a hard question to answer because I have a twin sister and we're both technically she's the oldest by 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of also considered me to be the oldest too. But I don't feel like I feel like more of a middle child though, personally.
Let me
For
drop
sure.
and then come back in. Let me blow up my stream. There we go. That fixed it. Huzzah. Okay, I'm gonna go back on our regular screen. No need to... We don't need to start right this second. Just gonna turn the streams. Why is this different now? Okay, because I gotta open the chat. Haha. I'm good at this and I do this multiple times a week. Hee hee hee. I like how Zatari is just like, yeah, let's get to stepping, kill this baby, chop chop everyone. Enough of this
I mean, it
nonsense.
sounds like we got the manpower to do it, so might as well. I was also thinking, so I have thaumaturgy, and I kind of wonder if we could communicate with others using that. Like, if we have a torch, I can make the flame brighter and change the color of it. So if we get on like a rooftop or something, flash that and like people could rendezvous with us or something. Baldur calls for aid. Or Rohan? Which one is it? Baldur or Rohan? I forget.
Rohan. No, it's both. It's Gondor. Gondor's calling for aid.
Like, one of them's going to help the other one.
Yeah, Rohan goes and helps Gondor. I think. I'm pretty sure.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Sam is the one who gets all my Lord of the Rings stories that I post.
No, I think it's backwards. Honestly, now I've confused myself.
Here, let me go it.
But they trick somebody into lighting the torch. That is like the call for aid.
Gondor calls for aid. And Rohan will
Gondor calls for
answer!
aid from Rohan.
Yeah.
Oh, so majestic. Oh my god. So
You
good.
guys were right there.
Baldur's Gate calls for aid, and stony eyes will answer.
Again, canonically, just the smallest, feistiest little twerp of a kobold.
I mean, that's who you want in a fight like
That's
this.
who you want. Just the scrappiest little
Someone
motherfucker.
who just won't die.
Yeah. Yeah, the scrappiest little dude you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Lindsay!
Ah!
I just see a black screen. You guys see that too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There she is.
Be back.
There's Lindsay.
I'm very sorry. My mom called me.
It's okay.
Mummy.
Mama.
She was like, "Do you like your plates?" Like, I've only just received them. They're great.
Love it. Alright, so, you guys, where are you guys going? You guys going to Fat Mouse's? You guys going to the temple? You guys going to a secret third place?
I feel like the temple would probably be the best.
Yeah, I think we should go to the temple.
It's probably where the most people are.
I mean, Sienna would love to go to Fat Masters, but that's not related to the actual to-do list.
Right. I mean, you did just eat.
The emotional trauma.
I mean, you know,
Entire endless
you could
amount.
always eat more. You're right.
Yeah, she has nothing inside her.
That's right.
Remember.
Gotta fill.
Bottomless pie pit.
Yeah, gotta fill that pie hole somehow.
Needs that soul food.
Yeah. Oh. That was good. That was good. You guys go towards the Temple of Mistra. You guys see as you get closer, a lot of tents, baby. a lot of tents, and when you get in, the once pretty damn empty Temple of Mystra is now just completely filled with like cots, bedding, blankets, random assortment, you know, people have like you know, done what they could with the place, and you guys see none other than the very young half-elf, Genthil, and he's sort of what appears to be like doing rounds to like check up on people, but really seems to be doing a ton of being interrupted into like, in the middle of his path. Like you'll see he'll be like, thank you so much, and then like try and literally go to like talk to someone else, and then someone else will approach him and be like, oh, Priest Genthil, like, and just it's just and you can see he's like growing more and more agitated as like more and more people like really need stuff from him. And as you guys approach, you see like a little bit of relief on his face, but also maybe like a little bit of like worry that you're gonna add some shit to his plate. Oh, greetings.
Good morning.
Or
Greetings.
Howdy.
How are you holding up?
Good.
Yes, I see.
Mhm. Yeah. I apologize. I thought you were maybe being slightly facetious about the number of people that you had, and it turns out you weren't.
I may be a thief, but I am usually pretty honest.
You know, it's crazy. You just don't meet a lot of honest thieves. So
Out of 3 of us, only one of us is a tease.
I mean, I think there's a question about integrity versus honor.
Well,
Also, I would never be facetious. I can't even tell you what that means.
Also, sometimes it helps more to tell the truth because others expect you to lie.
Right.
The best lying is just not telling the whole truth. But anyways, that's a whole... have you seen the other leaders?
He yawns. He's like, you know, a lot of people have talked to me this morning, and also a lot of people were talking to me last night. Who in particular were we looking for?
Ravenscar, Narlene, maybe Harris?
Yeah, there was a kind of, I mean this.
Also Ruby.
Oh, Ruby, yes. Ruby I know. Ruby is great.
Where is Ruby?
Yes,
she is.
He looks around, he's like,
She will know where everyone else is. Okay.
Yeah, she's
I'm gonna thaumaturgy.
She's been running around. Okay.
I'm gonna thaumaturgy and go, Ruby! Where are you?
You guys wait like a couple heartbeats, and then you hear the hurried footsteps of none other than Ruby. You also hear her smack into something, as she is wont to do, as she kind of like comes running over. Genthel's like, there was like a kind of rude dwarf.
A rude dwarf? You mean Bristlespike?
No,
Or
no.
Bristlepike?
No, I mean he's I think he's with us. No, this one said he was really important or something. This is the dwarf who's like,
Oh, Ravenscar.
is it Ravenscar?
Dwarf head of merchants.
Yeah, he's the head of merchants. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Ravenscar. Alatos Dweebold. AKA Ravenscar.
Yeah, I think she's
Wow,
really
That's what I
important.
have in my notes. Yeah.
Yeah, he had some really fluffed up title when he gave it to me. Anyway, he kind of sucks.
Yes. Yes, he really does. I don't know why I employ him, but it's not up to me.
Coming Oracle!
Just ignore him. Honestly, if he asks for something unreasonable, talk to Narlene first before giving him what he wants. Or Ruby as well.
Right. Yes, I did notice that Ruby rolls her eyes every time he talks.
Yes. He's a lot of hot air.
Uh-huh. And Narlene, is that the sort of like, how do really intense drow lady?
Drow lady, yes.
Yeah.
Very serious.
Yeah. I'll ask Ruby. Yeah. Ruby, she's like running up. Good morning, Oracle. Good morning, Gemma. Good morning, Sienna.
Hello, my darling.
Hi. She gives you like a familiar side hug.
Wow, it looks like you are doing such a good job keeping everything together. You are so good at this,
I
Ruby.
mean, I'm really trying. There's a lot
You're
of people
doing
here.
great.
Yeah, there's like a lot of people here.
Yes, and you definitely deserve a raise and a good vacation once this is all over.
I mean, I just took a vacation.
I know, but you poor thing, working so hard. Really,
You
you've
don't
earned
think
it.
you'd want a break after all this?
Yes.
Girl!
I mean,
Do you want a muffin?
oh my gosh, I would love a muffin.
You took a short break recently, but I think a nice one away from home, maybe to Ahima's, would be good for you.
I would really like to spend some time with Roland.
Yes.
She like bites into the muffin, and she sort of like offhandedly is like,
Emma massages her shoulders.
have you guys seen Omir? Did he make
No,
these?
we haven't. Those were from the lovely halflings up the hill,
Oh, so good.
right?
I hold Sienna's hand.
Have you seen them here?
No, I haven't.
Insight.
Go ahead.
It's okay.
The music is like intensely charming right now. Maybe
19?
chill a little bit more. She genuinely looks surprised that you guys have not seen him.
Vyenna grabs a muffin and just bites and stays there.
Just the tears soak up the.
These are really moist muffins.
A little bit salty.
The nice balance of flavors.
Yeah, you guys see that Ruby is, like, surprised that you haven't seen Omir, and, you see that she's, like, checking, like, a list, that she has, of everyone that she's, like, accounted for, and, you can see that she, like, flips through a couple of the notes, and that, like, she checks it, like, 2 or 3 times to, like, make sure Omir's not on it, and then kind of, like, looks at Sienna, and then, like, looks back at her notes and just keeps fumbling with them.
No.
Well, we will find him. If he is not here, we will find him.
I'm sure he went to be with his family. To be honest, I don't have any of his family members on it. Yeah, he's very capable. So what's the plan here? She kind of like maybe she's like, Gentil, if you would excuse us, and then someone like comes up behind Gentil and he's like, excuse me. And Gentil gets like pulled into like a side combo of like, the west side isn't gonna work out for my back. Just Gentil's like,
I need details of this NPC. I love that voice.
Damn it. Just need to make every, like, random offshoot, like, NPC to be so boring. They don't have a fun voice, and they definitely don't have a cute name. So...
It's kind of funny, since playing Hyportia, my view of Mistress is really been skewed.
Right.
So it makes me wonder what she would think of all these, like, people just chilling in her temple. Maybe she's different in this world.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's really interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say that too, because I'm playing as Teddy in Baldur's Gate right now, and, like, playing as a cleric of Mistra, like, you get a lot of dialogue options. And, like, she, like... Yeah, she definitely groomed Gale and is, like, weird with that, but also is technically aligned, like, as, like, a good goddess, or, like, at least, like, neutral good. So, I mean... I think in Hyportia she's neutral good.
I hear that if
she's
you
just
play...
kind of a bitch about it.
Yeah, she's just kind
I
of
hear that if you play as any of, like, the main 5, you get more of, like, everything.
Yeah.
And apparently when you play as Gale, it's like... Whoa. Yeah.
I know. I do want that tea. So yeah. This is like a... We're gonna say, like, Mistra is a good to neutral. Like, there is definitely followers of Mistra that, like, they lean into, you know how, like, some scientists are like, it doesn't, like, the ends justify the means? Like, there are some wizards who are like that.
Wouldn't be surprised if some of them kind of felt like they were better than others. Like, kind of have
for sure.
snooty attitude.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, there is a sense of, like, perfectionism, like, within, like, Mistra's wizards, which is part of the reason why there's, like, a small temple to her here, and that there's very few wizards attending it because the idea is that you are like meant to go off and like do great things, and you're not really gonna do that in like Tumbledown.
So is the priest like literally the only one here, or does he have any like the
Helpers.
priests? Yeah, that are.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like
Happening.
Garrick and Amand are full blown like wizards, but they're not like priests. I would say, yeah, Genthil does have other like clerics of Mystra here. It's not a ton, probably under. We're talking like. Really? Like, okay, I'm thinking like a small Catholic church typically only has one priest. And then like nuns or whatever, right? But you're probably like, even like a really, really small one, you're gonna have like maybe 5 nuns. Maybe like 2 to 3. So he has...
St. Joseph's just has the one nun.
Yeah, exactly. St. Joseph's just has the one nun. So it's like, I'll give you guys
She's
more than
nun to
one
nun.
priest and one nun. But it's definitely like there are under 10 people who work at this temple.
How old are they? They relatively young or old?
Genthil
Well, we
is
determined
like
that the
pretty
priest
damn
is like
young.
young.
Yeah.
Young, right?
The other clerics.
Because once they get old enough, they just leave.
Yeah, the other
Or
clerics
they just stay
are,
once they get too old, right?
Yeah, one is like ancient beyond all words. As is tradition. You're like
As is tradition.
Yeah.
you think
Tradition.
you think she's a half elf, but she's like nearing 170, which is like kind of long for how long half elves live, and so you're just like, oh yeah, she's so old. And then there are like 2 or 3 who are like legit 19, like 19, 20. Genthil himself is like 24, 25.
Jeez Louise.
And he's a half elf.
Is
So-
that in like elf years or like actual years?
So half elves only live to like I think is like a super long lived one is 200, and then like a regular lived one is like 160. So Genthil is like pretty young. They mature at the same rate, but he is very young. This is more of like a get your sea legs temple.
So they're Pokemon trainers.
Mm. Makes
They're
sense now.
Yeah, they have not met the requirements to like go forth and it's also maybe like Misra. I would say Gemma would know this. Like, there are clerics of Mistra. There's paladins of Mistra and stuff, but she really like the wizards favor her. So it's sort of like, yeah, you can like multi-class wizard cleric, right? But as far as like upkeeping an actual temple for Mistra, a little harder to come by.
Well, Ruby, do you know where Dark Walk is? And maybe also, Calduran,
Oh,
the Faerûn?
oh, the
We don't need to talk to Ravenscar.
oh my gosh, I just actually got rid of him. I maybe told him to like go do something that wasn't actually super necessary.
Good job, Ruby.
She like smiles and her little like tiefling fangs like poke out, and like her tail like swishes kind of just like a little mischievously. And she goes, yes, is it Narlene, the made-up name I have for her?
Narlene Dark.
Yeah.
Drow Lady VP.
So Narlene, I think she woke up super early and maybe is trying to like go hunt or something like that. And the Furbolg, I think he's staying at the tavern.
Okay. I think we could maybe use his help with planning things, since he's the cartographer.
Yeah.
Marlene, feel like we should involve her, even though she's not that much help. But she's more help than Ravenscar, at least.
I mean, she's
And I don't think
battle master. She's just maybe
that's
a little,
true. Yes.
you know, rough around the edges.
Yes. Okay. Do you think Jenna Sevier, the newsletter gnome, do you think he would be helpful to talk about planning? Do you think he would know easy ways of getting word around to the guild members in the city?
Well, I mean, I definitely think it doesn't hurt to ask.
Okay. Let's see if we can gather those three, and you included, I think should be a part of this, because you're so good at everything you do. And we will have a meeting here in one of the temple rooms.
Okay, I will go dispatch a few people to go get them.
Amazing.
She trots off to go do that.
I think I'll probably, I feel like Zatari probably has a couple maps, and would just kind of, find a quiet room and set up maps on the table and, take out her notes for things.
It sounded like you said she's gonna take a couple naps.
Yeah,
sleeping.
and then I heard mats. Like she was like,
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that's a choice.
Yeah.
While we
takes
wait for these
a nap
people to
while
be
she-
collected,
Yeah.
she's gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Um,
And she just sets everything up.
you set
Yeah.
everything up. You guys are get comfy in this room. You hear the smatterings of goings on in the temple. It seems like, everyone's trying to make the best of a bad situation. Everyone really is helping each other out, and you hear a lot of letter writing and just general stuff that people are trying to get done, and people are organizing different things and deciding on what to do next and yada yada. Some time passes, and you guys, Ribby returns with God, what? I have all my notes in here and then I just can't find them.
Narlene, Jenna Severe, and Harris.
And then what was the Furbolg's name?
Harris.
Harris
Caldron. Here, I'll just paste.
Paste. I'm still mad you guys got rid of my vase.
Hey, it's still in there.
We didn't get rid of it.
You paid it forward.
Yep.
I was
We
gonna
could just throw it out.
I was gonna have a lot of
Vyenna.
fun with that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I'll say, Harris comes back first. He has the biggest bag you've ever seen, full. He seems to have, really what he has is like a wicker basket backpack that he has basically altered to fit all of his maps and like close the lid on them. And he just like fully transforms this office into a like conspiracy theory.
War room.
Yeah, full war room.
Yeah.
You guys have to bring in another table, and you guys are just like posting up maps. Motherfucker's got a lot of maps. And he has a lot of like notes on them as well. So any like, he's got secret entrances. He's got like, and he also keeps detailed notes like in his cartographer's journal about like who he got this information from, and also like contacts and such. And that you see Jensevier, the gnome who does all the newsletters and advertising. She is a honestly fairly young gnome. And I think
Gnomes kind of live forever,
gnomes
though,
live
right?
a long time. Yeah, gnomes live a long time. So she's like an unknown age to you guys, but she has platinum blonde hair that she keeps in like a very like A-line bob. She is a snappy dresser. And oh man, unknown age is Sam goodness. She's a snappy dresser. She loves spending money on like enchanted quills and enchanted paper. She is one of the like few people who were legit hired by the guild, and like fully she answered an ad in the paper. But she's phenomenal at her job. This is the gnomish equivalent of a Gen Z marketing manager.
The ad was also probably like, "Can you crack this code? If so,
Yeah,
come to this place." And...
she is whip smart. You guys fully think that she could do anything the fuck else, but this is like her passion. And then Narlene does not join you yet. Ruby sort of comes back and she's like, so I fully think Narlene is like up on Dust Hawk, like hunting something. Someone said something about a griffin. I hope to the gods it's not a griffin, because I think maybe Narlene is cannot 1v1 a griffin. I don't think my money's on that.
Yeah, no.
Are we placing bets?
I mean, I got 5 on it.
I'll put 5 down, yeah.
Are we betting against her or for
Well,
her?
I got 5 silver on no she don't.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Well, maybe she will come back with a griffin mount.
And then,
That would be helpful.
Sure. I don't know what her animal handling is, but go off, queen.
Yes. Well, let's just begin without her. Time is of the essence.
Right, honestly, I'm sure she's down for whatever.
Yes. Okay.
As long as she gets to kill something.
Okay, so I'll tell them everything that Nine Fingers told us.
Doodle-doo,
She needs
doodle-doo.
healers.
Yeah.
She needs muscle. She has a safe place. And she's holding them back in the upper city. And 47 guys from Stony Eyes are coming. So...
Gensevere barely looks up from her notes as she's like scribbling away.
And the Nine Fingers has her squad with her. The baby fingers.
You see Gensevere like cracks a smile, and Harris snorts, but he like tries to cover it up with a cough.
So the main thing that I am interested in solving is communication. I was thinking maybe we could implement these cants to try to help coordinate things. We could also use thaumaturgy, since a lot of our tiefling members can use that. And it can be seen or heard from quite a ways away. And we have 50 here that we could take with us to go help Nine Fingers. We could take... I don't know. What do you all think?
I think 50. But I guess I'm
If we
wondering,
take
how are
all
we getting
50
back?
or...
How are we traveling? How do we get back into the city?
I think we would just take the catacombs again.
How do we know that that's not compromised?
Well, it is probably less compromised compared to the gates.
Sure.
We would have an element of surprise, at least. As far as we know, we were not followed. No one has come through.
It's true.
Are there places that we can exit from the catacombs?
Probably, right?
Yeah. There were other ways to root around in the catacombs, so yes,
we
absolutely.
We could go the way that we did last time, which was go around. Did we go to the upper city through that way, or? I forget
you
where
guys
that
were
led
rooting
out.
around in the catacomb / like sewer system last time, like in the beginning of your adventure as well. There is known catacombs like all throughout Baldur's Gate, so yes, absolutely, you could navigate down there. It's sort of the question of like, do you guys think you'll be the only ones down there? Definitely not. Also, you guys have a decent, like, working knowledge of the catacombs. Like, it's more, you guys could get to certain points, but you don't have, like, a all-encompassing map of the catacombs. Like, Harris has, like, some areas mapped out. You could certainly, Narlene is a ranger, so you could certainly employ her to attempt to help you out with the catacombs. Like, you would need someone just absolutely killing it with tracking and survival skills. I do believe that Gemma also has, like, locate object and stuff, so that could help as well.
I don't have locate object prepped right now, but I do have find traps prepped if we were to go, like, today.
Yeah,
but if we don't go today,
tomorrow,
I can
you
get
have locate object.
I can prepare all of that for a safe journey.
So we know that Nine Fingers is probably somewhere in Heapside. Or the Steeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, well, if Nine Fingers is holding them to the upper city, that is actually the wide High Hall / the temples and the Manor Board. And Nine Fingers is more than likely, yeah, outside or like just inside. And so she could, to be closer to the guild,
Like by
she'd
the
be
Heap
Heapside and the Steeps, but to be on the other side would be Bloomridge and Sea Tower.
Okay.
Something else we need to consider is we don't want to take every single capable person, because we need to make sure that the people who do stay, who aren't really confident or capable of fighting, are protected too.
Yes, I was thinking some of the less experienced teams could stay here, like Zuma. I feel like we won't take every cleric, but I think we should take the most experienced with us.
Gemma, roll me a d10.
Two.
You have two really experienced clerics beside yourself.
Okay.
You have two
That-
non-level 1 clerics. Congrats.
That worship Loki?
No.
Or this
just what?
clerics
Just
I know.
literally two other non-level 1 clerics.
Okay.
Here is what I am thinking. If we wanted to go the fastest way with the least amount of running into bad guys, I think we should go on the water. From river lanes all the way through to the steeps.
Do
I
we
think that
know
would
how
be-
long of a journey that is? Because if time is of the essence.
Well,
is it
I
both?
think that would actually be the fastest way, because that is essentially a straight shot. If we go through Rampton, through Eastway, to Heapside, to the Steeps, we will probably be fighting people the whole way. But we could be gathering our people along the way as well. So we could go faster, or we could go slower with more fighting, but gathering and, coordinating our people is what I am thinking.
How vulnerable would it make us to be on the water?
Would I know?
Because
Because I would think, I feel like all the fighting would be like in the city, right? Like I don't really feel like there'd be a lot of Zentarum just like out on boats, like
yeah. I have
hunting
to
people
agree.
down.
Like, neither Thieves Guild is known to have like a name. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole separate ass thing. Also, fighting in the dock, not the best. They definitely did not launch a waterfront siege. So, while they might have, like, patrols, they definitely don't just have, like, warships in the ocean or anything.
It could be useful to travel into the city at night on a boat.
yes, I think that would be the fastest. Do we want to be fast, or do we want to go slow and gather people? Which would be better?
Is there a way to be able to do both?
We could have two teams split up. One could go water way to quickly give Nine Fingers more help, and the other could go through the long way and fight and gather.
I mean, we can go on the boat and then drop a few people off at different locations,
Yes.
depending on how big the boat is, how many people we have.
I think if we do split up two parties, the clerics should go on the water to get to Nine Fingers the fastest. And the ones who are better at fighting go the long way. Maybe any wizards or magic-based people also go the fast way with the clerics, because Nine Fingers could probably use their help more. Because what she is holding back is mostly concentrated in the upper city. And keeping that line held is probably the most important thing right now.
Yeah.
So maybe we send Narlene with clerics and magic people to go the fast way. And then we lead a team to go the long way.
Okay.
How does everyone feel about that?
Everyone like nods.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Unless,
I think we should be the ones to be there first.
Narlene does like fighting too, so yes, maybe it should be the other way where Narlene goes the long way and we go the fast way. And then we could also try to hunt down Vyenna. She's probably somewhere in the upper city with her creepy boyfriend.
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Starbucks. I can't even fight it anymore.
What do you think, Gemma? Should we wait or should we go first?
Strategically, I think that we should be the ones who also join the clerics and the magic casters on the boat, because we have that advantage with our knowledge, especially of what's happening. And I know that we briefly talked to Nine Fingers about everything, but sending can only send so much information. And I don't think you exactly were able to elaborate too much before we left the city. So, knowledge is power. Right now we have that advantage. Plus, if we did want to make 1 or 2 pit stops while we was on the boat, to even just deliver messages of those who want to fight the good fight, meet us here, and then those people can organize and rally themselves and potentially get more people who may or may not want to participate.
That is a great idea.
By that point, too, we could potentially gain more knowledge on the happenings of whatever's going on in the city. And hopefully, before we go, we'll see Pickles. And Pickles could also probably be a good, like... Well, he's not a pigeon, but a carrier pigeon. Given
Carrier
Carrier
pickle.
crow. Yes. Carrier pickle.
Carrier pickle.
There you go.
Making sure that any sort of message or plans could be delivered in a timely manner. He is also smart and capable, so he would know what boat to look for.
So smart.
And aside from that, once we get to the city and make our way over to Nine Fingers, we'll be able to let them know of, like, in more detail of this plan that we're coming up with, if sending isn't enough.
Yes.
Above table, remind me, were we able to procure a boat? Did we talk to someone about that?
You did.
Right?
We
Well,
You procured
Kind
a boat.
of.
You procured
kind
a boat
of.
for transport of 10 people to Rivington. So,
Okay.
in 5 days. Now, that being said, certainly procure a boat from... Now, I did describe that captain as crazy.
Crazy. Were there other boats, or was he the only one? Because we could steal one.
Oh,
And
Shit, we know how to do it.
We could,
As a reminder, we are thieves.
As a
and
reminder.
we could return it. It is for a good cause. We could ask for forgiveness later. Maybe give some coin.
Give them an updated boat.
Sure.
I'm sure some rich folks whose boats are still in the docks, we could
There's
send
a
it
yacht
back this
somewhere.
way. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yes, I would rather
We'll
do
be
that.
a good trade.
Or I would rather do that than deal with the crazy captain.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there are other boats. Mostly like, cute like day boats that you can rent out and such. Certainly stealable boats. I would say if you want one where it has like it's maybe like bigger or has like maybe like somebody competent to drive the boat or whatever, that would involve some persuasion and such. But just to straight up steal a small boat to use, easy enough for the thieves, of course.
Ma'am, do we have it within our emergency funds for any, like, sort of bribery? Because we could also potentially bribe.
Bribery is a write-off.
Yeah,
Bribery's a write-off.
that's the episode name. Bribery is a write-off.
I love it. Yes.
All right, vote now for your favorite episode title. Is it Baby Fingers or is it Bribery is a Write-Off? Comment down below.
I kind of also like Message in a Pickle Jar too. but
Message in a Pickle Jar is pretty baller.
I think I like Bribery as a write-off the most.
I like bribery as a write-off.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We do still have funds in the emergency fund. We could bribe and write it off.
It's good. I mean, it's just another option if for whatever reason stealing, stealing is always a backup plan anyway.
It would be good to have someone who knows what they are doing kept in the ship as well.
Yeah, I've never really. Have any of you really navigated a boat? I've never done that.
I thought you were gonna ask if anyone ever really know what they're doing. 'Cause I don't.
Oh no, I don't never know what I'm doing anyway. No.
Okay. Well, I guess let's find Narblin and tell her what the plan is and get our two parties together and go get the boats.
I could help find a captain,
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, Jennifer looks up from her notes. She has these really fashionable spectacles. And she pushes them up the bridge of her nose, and she's like, right, so, what do you want me to say in this newsletter?
Bribery is a write-off.
Bribery is a write-off.
No, don't say that. No.
Oh, okay.
No, so what we need is for you to write something that can spread the word for our people to gather to Nine Fingers.
Alrighty. Okay, I think I can come up with something catchy.
Yes, and preferably in a language only our people know.
Okay, and so just whip up a new thieves' can. Okay, sure, I can do it. Nothing a little, little sleight of hand can't get ya. All right. Do I still submit my expense report to Ruby, or?
Yes, Ruby will take and file that.
Fantastic. Okay. I'll get right on this, Oracle. You can see that she starts.
So much.
She brings out like a pen and a paper, and you see that it's enchanted, so that the paper becomes a stack, and the pen writes it on each thing, so she can get going.
Would she have a magical way to distribute them, or could we maybe use pickles to just fly over the city and drop?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I can write them really fast and quick, but I typically just listen. Bribery's a write-off, so I normally enlist a ton of orphans.
Well, I don't think we want to use those right now.
I'm just saying, they're real quick. They're starving for a little gold. They get the paper everywhere. Fiercely loyal.
I wouldn't rather not send the children into danger, though.
No, yeah, of course. In this particular situation, children probably gonna get eaten by the Slayer. Bad time.
Yes. No.
Okay.
How about
Bad time for orphans.
bad time for? If we could have any of our rangers or druids have some pigeons and crows and ravens and things, just take them and scatter them, I think would be the best option.
My only fear about that, it would be that somehow someone would get it into the wrong hands, even though it's in a secret language. Is there a way for us to strategically send it to places it needs to go?
I mean, maybe if the pigeons and crows and ravens knew who to deliver them to.
Mm.
I think it's a part of the risk we take of organizing. Someone's bound to see it that probably shouldn't. I don't know. I think we have to weigh the options here.
It would probably take them a little while to crack our code as well, because our lovely gnome here is just the best at making codes.
She flips her platinum blonde A-line. Perfectly manicured every time you've ever seen it.
I do
Even
think
right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do think so. I have a list of, I think, the main people that should know this information. All of the kingpins
Mm.
of the city. Or at least all of the main ones.
Oh,
I think we could.
I know some of them.
Yes. And there's not too many, so I think if we did have pigeons delivered to them, it should not be too difficult.
Yeah, so, the only problem that I'm really seeing here is, you know, the guild doesn't really have any druids.
Hmm. We could use pickles. I don't know if he would be enough, though.
I mean, maybe there's a druid in this town, per se, but that's, yeah, I mean, we can start asking around.
How about I leave that job to you?
Great. I'll add it to the
because-
list.
Good. Add to the list. Here's the names of all of the people I know. I'll just give her, like, all the people you sent to me.
Yeah, yeah. She takes a look at it, and she's like, oh, yeah. Oh, really? So some of the names, and I'll post it on the side here, but some of the names are more like nicknames than actual names. And like they have descriptions of the person. So some of them are technically like hidden personalities. But you think Jensevere is skilled at this, and even though she's whining, she can definitely get it done.
Who knows
I
who's
roll a
who?
history check to see if I've ever dated any of them.
Oh, absolutely, Gemma. I'd be offended if you didn't.
Four.
You've unfortunately not dated any of these people.
Yeah.
Man.
So, in particular, you guys do not know the real name of the kingpin of the Twin Songs and also the kingpin of Manorborn. Those are deep undercover double agents.
As in, like, they are part of our guild?
Correct.
Pretending to...
They are pretending to be Zentarum. And so hence they are only referred to their code name. The Kingpin of Twin Songs is referred to as Straight Stick, and the Kingpin of Manorborn is simply Whiskey Lady.
Ooh.
Where's I see Manorborn, but where's the other one?
Twin songs. It's right above that.
Queen songs.
With the temples?
Oh, twin songs. It might be in another city or whatever. They're not all districts. Some of them are cities.
Yeah.
Twin Songs is at the bottom of the outer city, across from the.
Yeah, so Twin Songs is actually like all the way over by Worm's Crossing.
Yeah, across from Rivington.
Oh, I see.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty far. Well, it would probably take them a long way to get here anyways, so... I feel like the Manor-born one would be more important, but... Maybe we could... try to get the message to them... through...
Yeah, owner of the Counting House, Kingpin of the Upper City, Kingpin of Sea Tower, Brampton, Bloomridge. Like, yeah, you can all definitely, like, make your best attempt to get in contact with them. Jensevere, like, agrees to the task. You see that she's, like, busy writing out her pamphlet. You feel confident that she can get the message where it needs to go. You don't question her too hard on her methods. You're just gonna let the master work. Harris
is why we hired her.
It's why you hired her, because she's the fucking best. Harris, essentially, once you guys start talking about the catacombs, has sort of like made an amalgamation of like a couple different like mini maps that he has, and he essentially gives you about a 45% like very complete map of the catacombs, and the other, you know, the other percent missing is essentially unknowns. So he's like, there is an area over here, but I do not know what it really contains. I don't know if there's only one entrance. I don't know who has access to it. Everything that he does give you, he has specifics on like how many access points are there, where this pops you up, what the most used access point is, who historically has had access to it, who's the point of contact, who gave him the information. Like, he has like very detailed notes about 45% of the catacombs, which is honestly the best really anyone could have. You know, it's like the entire undercity of Baldur's Gate, and it is, you know, and not all of it is even your territory. There are definitely areas, like, he has like a couple areas like circled where it just says Zentarum, where he's just like, okay, that's like a known, like, do not go over there. And he also notes, like, he's got like a little index of like the various thieves' cants that's used in the catacombs, which has a universal shorthand for any thief who goes through the catacombs.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we'll gather our clerics and magic guys. So we have 2 clerics, right?
You have 2 clerics, and
Need
Gemma,
like
you...
wizards / sorcerers / warlocks.
Yeah, Gemma,
Yeah.
your two clerics that you know. One is a human woman who is a follower of Melora. You know her from the temple that you visited. She is super airy-fairy. Very head in the clouds. Super forgetful. Kind of like, you would be closer friends with her if she didn't, like, ghost you for several months at a time, usually. And then she'll be like, oh my god, Gemma, how have you been? I got sent on a very far mission. You know, just and like, she is so sweet, gives you really lavish birthday presents and stuff. But just is not great at
Good old Tess.
yeah, just not great at remembering how to friendship all the time. She gets really caught up in different shit. The other cleric that you know is a very opposite energy. He's an elf of unknown age, but you kind of sense that he's older. He, like, talks about things that happened a long time ago as if they didn't happen a long time ago. He is... How do I say this? It's giving Tim Gunn. He's a monotone gay.
Who does he worship again?
Sylvanas.
What was his race name? Sorry.
He is an elf.
Elf.
Good old Labraniel.
Labraniel! Okay, so Labraniel, Virtress, and, the human woman is named Willow.
Oh. No more
Willow.
Tess. I like Willow.
Tess was another character we had, right?
No?
No, Tess was the first one that was like bad at friendship, no?
No, that's Willow, I think.
Yeah, originally I had said good old Tess.
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
sorry. I thought you were referencing
No,
another
Willow now.
character.
It's good. It's Willow now.
It's Willow Tess.
Yeah.
Willow Tess.
Willow Tess.
Would Tess Willow?
The mess.
That is the rhyme, yes. Gemma would have her saved in her phone as that. So yeah, you love going thrifting with Labraniel. And he is a shrewd haggler.
Make it work.
Yeah, make it work. So those are your two clerics. They sort of are like, you're like, okay, they must have just been like caught up in the, like, they were just doing their rounds that day. And they got caught up in the scurry, so it's like by pure coincidence that they're here. And you're like, okay, cool, great, glad it wasn't like the student shift that day. Labraniel has somehow procured a very nice suite at the hotel, and Willow is fully in a barn, like with she seems to have really bonded with a pig that follows her around.
Ugh.
Not like a cute little pig, like a large pig.
Like a hog.
Like a hog. It's massive.
Okay, we got those guys, and then
All of Melora's
How many
creatures
magic
are
guys?
beautiful. How many magic guys?
yeah. How many magic guys we got?
4.
4 magic guys.
So you got 1 random warlock, and like 3 sorcerers. Unfortunately, the sorcerers are like fairly untrained. They don't seem to really have any schooling. They are, I actually had a name for them. They're the Bubbins triplets.
The Bubbins trip.
Bubbins triplets. Also gnomes. They have frat boy energy.
Love.
Great.
Yeah. The only reason that they're even slightly competent is because they spend almost all their time just trying to like out magic each other. And that's the only reason they have any skills at all. The warlock is a sort of how do I put this? Like an edgy teenage tiefling. He has swooped all black hair and like lip rings. And he for show just made his pact to be cool.
Oh.
And he's like, no, Zariel's like totally dope, dude.
Not
I've
Zariel.
become so numb. I can feel you dead.
God, the NPCs I have to make for this is just so like I'm just like, yeah, and there's also because I have to think of like city folk a lot. So I'm just like, okay, well they can't all be like country bumpkins. So yeah, the
What's his name?
Ooh.
They wear a moto jacket. Have a spiked belt.
God, okay. He has a
And
long
t-shirt.
tiefling name, but he goes by Elmo.
Jesus.
Homo.
Cause like Saint Elmo's fire. And he
Sure.
thinks that's really cool.
Okay, well,
So,
none of them have experience, but at least we could keep them in the safe area and just point them at whatever we need.
This is like Temu
With lots of supervision.
Avengers unite. Like
Temu adventures.
Don't say Temu Avengers.
like they are like for real the Bubbins triplets, like they're just constantly like magic missiling each other. And you're just like, I don't even know how you have that many spell slots. Like, are you upcasting? This is insane.
You know how people will take like dramatic songs but then make them sound really silly with like a recorder, like a badly
Yeah.
played
Mhm.
recorder rendition?
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining like the Avengers song with
Exactly.
a recorder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, if you're
Hi.
watching. Get on it.
Chop chop. my theme song. So yeah, you they are they're something.
There's something.
Yeah, I would say Gemma probably goes down to the hotel to like go get Willow and Labraniel.
Labraniel.
Labraniel. Labraniel
Yes,
has
Vyenna will find.
You have never seen one speck of dirt on Labraniel. And some fucking how his robes are always pressed as hell. You know that bit. The first spell that bitch learned was prestidigitation.
I just imagine him having a sibling named Labraniel.
It gets so confusing so quick.
Labraniel. God damn.
Labraniel.
LeBron.
Sienna can certainly mispronounce his name to that.
Okay, I'll get it wrong one.
Yeah, so you guys assemble the Temu Avengers. As you guys look at your spellcasting abilities here, it's just sad. Like, everyone I'm gonna say is level 3, except for Elmo, who's level 2.
Oh no. Well, it is better than nothing, I suppose. Can use all the help we can get.
Honestly, Labraniel and Willow are very capable. They're very capable.
Yes.
You just see Willow, who, unlike Labraniel, is filthy because she slept in the barn last night. She does not seem to care. Also, she's not wearing any shoes. And fully just like in the dirt, just like wrestling with the pig.
That's a choice. That's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Willow, sweetie, do you, the church, they have, accommodations that you're welcome to, help yourself with if you want to bathe or clean your clothes or brush your teeth.
Well,
Anything.
That is so gracious of you, Gemma. I love to be in touch with Melora's gifts, and Melora has really blessed me with my friendship with Honey. This is Honey.
Honey!
Oh,
You're
honey.
so precious.
Her wet snoot like rubs up on your leather pants.
Oh! So kind of you to say hello, honey.
Isn't she precious? What a gift upon this world.
So cute. Have you seen Labraniel?
Oh, Labraniel. Oh, there he is. And she like does a slow wave to a bench, and you just see Labraniel like standing over it, just like waving his arm to like prestidigitation. Take the gentlest, least amount of butt possible on the seat, sit, and surveys around, and like just is like, ah yes, the country. I love it.
Every now and again, it's good to be in touch with your Rusk side. Anyway,
Sure.
the two of yous, we are in need of your help. If you want to come with me, we can go over to the church and we can fill you in on what plans are and next steps and such. And we have fresh coffee and pastries waiting for you there, if you're hungry.
Finally. Some service. He like gets up waves himself off, walks forward. Willow, come on, honey. Honey trots.
Gemma like thinks to herself like, I don't know if they're gonna be very happy that the pig is gonna be inside of the church, but that's not my problem. It's not my business.
Again, cannot stress how large this pig is. Just
I think-
prize winning.
I think if Zatari's like kind of at the entrance and sees they're trying to bring a pig in, she'd be like, no pigs in here, thank you.
Oh,
Pig stays outside.
Oh, but honey is
no
so well behaved.
No pigs in the church.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Can I just
No.
grab her?
No.
All right.
Back to the barn, please. Thank you.
You see Willow turn around and using speak with animals, she goes and honey like just like loafs in some mud that's like nearby, and Labraniel gives you a very small but like pleasing one eyebrow up, just like yes. Agree. Coffee, you said?
It would be okay in a temple of Melura, but this is a temple of Mistral.
Yes,
sorry,
please.
no piggies allowed.
Willow, have some grace.
Yes, there's coffee over here.
They help themselves. They get situated.
Go and find the bubbins.
Make a perception check
Come
for
on,
me.
Sienna.
Oh boy.
Sienna and Zatari make a perception as Gemma stays behind to entertain Labraniel and Willow. Willow, inside, you're like, oh my god, she stinks so bad. She does wash her hands in the, like, sink area, but oh my
I'm surprised
goodness.
Labraniel isn't like secretly prestidigitating her or something.
Labraniel respects consent. Also, he's just like, he has sat 2 seats away from her.
I know that this isn't how resistance works, but I think it would be funny to flavor it as like, every person I touch, they can withstand the smell.
Sienna, you are trotting after Zatari, and Zatari's like looking around for the Bubbins triplets, and Sienna, you see a little like movement on a rooftop, and you see one of the triplets is like prepping to like let a spell loose as you guys like cross a threshold up top.
Sorry, you see that?
Oh no. Okay. I'll get right under them and just thaumaturgy my voice really loudly. Just be like, excuse me! Please no shooting random spells off of rooftops, please! Can you come down and have a conversation with me?
Roll an intimidation check for me, Zatari.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah!
So 26.
Yeah.
One fully...
My eyes flash red.
Yeah, the one on the roof fully falls off the roof.
Oh no!
He's fine. He's fine. He does land in like a fountain and like splashes everyone. But he's fine. And then the 2 others like scamper out.
You 3, come here. I would like to talk to you.
they sort of like look at each other, and then like you hear them like whispering, and then they come over. They look a little like sheepish.
How old are they again?
Of an unknown age, since gnomes be living a long time, but they're definitely like young. Probably like a this
Do
is
they
like a
look
20...
like college age?
Yeah, they're like like this is like they have frat bro energy.
Okay. So like they should probably know better by now, but still at that stupid boy phase.
They're
Yeah.
frat boy energy, but they're gnomes, so they're like 45.
Okay. The Bobbins, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see you have a lot of energy. Maybe if we could put that to good use.
One is fully just bouncing
but-
up and down.
Yes, how would you all feel about helping to save the city? You would get to fire your magic off in specific ways that we tell you to, but you would be able to probably make some big explosions.
You see all of the trippets like make like a face at each other, like a okay. Yeah. Okay. We could be talked into this. Now, us fine three magi
Yes.
do want we got a condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
and what is this?
We want to be in the Thieves Guild.
Are they not already?
Now they're in the town.
Oh!
These are your three random sorcerers in the town.
How about this? This will be your trial period. And if you do well with this mission, we will consider making you full-time members. Okay? So right now you will be honorary Thieves Guild members.
Okay. Shake on it. And he does spit in his hand before he brings it up.
I think I'm gonna try to secretly prestidigitation, like
Sure.
as she like just like
You make a stealth check.
uh, 14 plus 7. I can't do math.
21.
14 plus 21. You just before it hits you, prestidigitation, and you guys shake, and he's like, yeah, name's Clovis.
Clovis?
This one, Hamfast, everyone calls him Hammy.
Hammy?
Amy?
This one over here, he's the looker. This one's Bryce. Bryce gives you full blue
Bryce.
steel smolder.
Ah, I see. Okay, so, as honorary Thieves Guild members, you will need to follow orders. Can you do this?
They look at each other. Yeah.
Okay. If not, then we will have a problem. But, if you can, it will be a lot of fun. I can promise you this.
Well, tell you what, we're not trying to die.
Good. We don't want you to die, and we don't want you to get anyone else killed. So, listening to orders will prevent all of that.
Great.
Okay. Can you please report to the temple? There's coffee, I don't think you probably need more coffee, but I think there's also some pastries over there, but go ahead and join the others.
Clovis like starts running. He's like, "All right, last one's a rotten egg." They're just like so quick. Bryce is definitely the looker and probably has the highest charisma. Hammy is a little chonkier than the other two, probably the little bit of the brawn, and then Clovis is obviously the brains. They're sorcerers, so you're sort of just like, okay, they just lucked into those fucking gifts. But yeah, this is the Rowdy Rough Boys, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup over here.
Nice.
So they jog off. Bryce, of course, has beautiful black curls. Clovis has just kind of like just a normal haircut, and then Hammy kind of has like a dorky one. But you're just like, they would almost be sweet if you didn't think that they were a lot older than you want to say.
How did you describe Hammy again?
One
One is the brains, one is the looker.
Yeah,
Hammy's the
Hammy's the
muscle.
brawn.
Drawn.
Run.
So he's a little chonkier than the other two. Been eating good.
Okay, now we just have to find Elmo. Where would an edgy... Is he part of the town or is he thieves?
He's part of the town. Yeah.
Okay. Where would an edgy tiefling be hiding in this town?
Probably in the graveyard.
I was about to say, so he's close by.
To
Yeah.
the graveyard!
You guys hear a Spanish guitar as you guys come up to the graveyard. And you see a Zatari, you would know, very young tiefling. We're talking like Ruby's age, 19 probably, has big pointy ears, kind of like shorter horns, little bit more like curled, like a ram's almost. Has like kind of like definitely a haircut he did himself. It's very choppy and like kind of just spiked all over. And he definitely has like some swooped bangs, and a ton of piercings. Like he has like a shitload of piercings on his ears. He's got like long black nails, and he's just like plucking the Spanish guitar. He's pretty okay at it. This is a bard lock. And so Elmo. As you guys come closer, he like looks up, like flips the hair out of his eyes, and then like stops playing and like tries to like look cool, like he wasn't just playing.
I think I'll give him like a traditional infernal greeting.
He gives
You
you
play pretty good.
he's like, sup? Yeah, I
Sup?
dabble.
Would you be dabbling at all in possibly helping to save a city?
I mean, sounds kind of cool, I guess.
It's pretty cool. You could be a hero.
I mean, I do need source material.
Would be amazing for writing ballads. Yes, as a
That could
bard
really
myself.
kick off the tour.
yeah.
Hero of Baldur's Gate. Saint Elmo's Fire. I mean, it has a ring.
Ooh, it does. Yes, I like the sound of this.
Dude, I'm dying at the chat right now. Jesus
That
Christ.
was so great.
That was great. I lost my character. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. So we are putting together a team. It's you, me, Vyenna, Gemma, 2 other clerics, and then the Bobbin triplets? Bobbin triplets.
Bubbin.
Yeah.
Hard to say with my accent.
I don't know any of those other people, but the Bub triplets are whatever. They're fine. I mean, like, they can do magic, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Alright, well, as long as they don't, try and steal my thunder too much.
Oh no, I don't think so. I will offer you the same thing I offered them in case you are interested. This could be considered almost like an interview for the Thieves Guild if you would like to join. You will be an honorary Thieves Guild member, and after all of this, we could make you an official Thieves Guild member, depending on how things go.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I really want to kick off my tour, but yeah, I mean, maybe I could be interested.
You could do both. I know we do have a couple of similar Thieves Guild members that maybe could join your band.
Yeah, I'm already multi-class, so fuck it.
Sure. Okay,
what's another class?
Well, you don't have to be a rogue.
Oh. That's kind
Gemma
of
is not
interesting.
a rogue.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I still don't know who Gemma is, but... Alright.
You'll meet her. She's pretty cool.
You said there
as
was
well.
breakfast, right?
What?
Breakfast?
Breakfast, yes. This way.
Alright, lead the way. As you lead Elmo back, I would like everyone to make an insight check.
$24.
Okay.
23.
Wow. 16?
Mm-hmm.
As Elmo comes in, he like gets his plate, he gets all situated. Ruby runs into the room and starts like talking to Zatari. And I will say, Gemma, you were already at the table talking to Labraniel and Willow, and you like look to Elmo and catch Zatari's eyes, and you guys have like a telepathic moment of like, oh, he's into Ruby. He like literally like stopped drinking his coffee like mid sip and is just like, damn.
Hard eyes.
Hard eyes. And he tries to like act nonchalant
like-
about it. Like fully like loses his cool for a second. And then is like, oh right, I'm a badass. Like
I just wink at Gemma.
I nod my head. I'm like,
Okay, we have our team. Hopefully Marlene has enough sense to handle her team. And Genesavir can inform her of the plan. Now we just need a boat.
And on that note, rhyme intended, I suppose. I think that's where we're gonna call it for this evening. Temu Avengers assembled. Boat negotiations incoming. Alright, gonna end the stream, guys.